I have updated my playlist to help you find what you're looking for, anything from controversial topics that are relevant to Christian geeks, interviews with creators like author Brent Weeks and The Chosen's Dallas Jenkins, growing in faith as a geek, tabletop gaming, comic books, video games, movies, and TV shows, or you can just get to know me a little bit better. There is a playlist for you with more content being added to them all the time, so I hope you'll take a look and enjoy what you find. Thanks. Let's see.
Oh, bummer.
Let's see here. Where am I going to put this? Let's put this here. Put my peanuts here. Put this here. Okay, so I think that's good. Up to 30. All three EQs to max. Gain to 11. That should be good. Okay. And guys, I'm going to be in the Insider voice chat. Normally on the monthly Discord hangout, I go to the Underground hangout. But this time I'm in the Insider voice chat, which all patrons have access to. That's where I'm going now. All right. So hopefully that'll be close enough to me. Get these headphones on. Oh, I see Adam Collings in there. Can you hear
Hello.
me? Hey, Adam. How's Australia doing this morning, afternoon?
Yeah, 3 p.m. in the afternoon. It's quite nice and sunny out there at the moment.
Nice. Let's see. Those of you that are just listening in chat, if you can't hear the people in the Discord thing, if you couldn't hear Adam just now, let me know, and I can fix that. You heading out? Okay. Let me actually adjust my camera a little bit here too. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
It's great to have you.
Nice mental break from my weekend of... Are you dry? Do you need to go potty? Yeah. Ready to be done with that. All right, you have fun with your last 10 hours.
All right, thank you. 9.
9 hours.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Not a moment longer.
You started at 6 this morning?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks again. See you later. Okay. How am I positioned here? All right. Okay, that looks all right. I think that looks all right. Yeah, okay. That I think is acceptable. Okay. I should be able to hear you again now, Adam, if you're still there. Is anybody else there?
I'm still here.
Okay, great. Nobody else yet? So you said it's an afternoon in Australia?
Yep, 3 p.m.
Okay. All right. And on a Sunday, I suppose?
Yep, Sunday afternoon.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Is it what's the weather like in Australia right now? Is it this is your hot season, right? Or heading into it?
Yeah, so it's spring at the moment. Summer will start on the 1st of December.
Okay.
But Tasmania tends to have... Our summer comes a bit late. Like, we don't really start getting hot until January, and then it stays hot until March.
Okay.
So we have a bit of a delayed summer.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have a very, very bipolar spring. Like, it'll feel kind of summery one day, and then it'll feel really wintry the next day.
Oh, okay.
But of course, we could have 4 seasons in one day.
Oh,
That's
jeez.
very Tasmanian.
Sorry, I'm reacting to a game thing. That's probably going to happen a few times. Oh, jeez.
Boy, this one's overloaded too. Glad I'm not standing next to that thing.
That's right, Gremlin.
Drew is trying to
Safety
get
first.
into the Discord server on his phone.
So what's the story
hopefully he
here?
should be there.
Oh, okay.
as well.
Legion
Cool.
wants to
All right,
blow
great.
up half the city, or they're diverting the power somewhere.
How do I
let's
join
go
the
with
Discord
option B.
channel? Let's see
Legion is
here.
deploying hell troopers to secure the building.
Trying to find a server on
They're coming
Discord
in
on
through
my
the
phone.
roof.
Okay,
I'm
it's
on
I mean, it should be. You should be able to join using the email the same email you use as on Patreon, patreon.com. So I think as long as you use the same email, then when you log in,
I should have called him.
yeah, I'm not exactly sure how it works on that end of things, especially at the moment.
At the tippy top is where it all hooks up to the grid. Better check it out.
This exhibit demonstrates how power plants.
Let's see here. Can I get up? Okay, I'm gonna go this way. So, Adam, while we're waiting for Drew or anyone else to join, I know that you and I have in common an enjoyment of Zack Snyder's vision for the DC universe.
Yep.
Do you have any particular hopes or things that you have heard about the Snyder cut of Justice League that you're looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to the aspect of it being turned into a 4-part miniseries.
Oh yeah.
With the 4-hour-long episodes. Like, we're going to have so much more content. It's going to be
Yeah.
it's going to have at least 2 hours of footage that we've never seen before,
Thank
guaranteed.
you. Corinne found the
But
tea.
probably
Sorry.
a lot more than that.
Sorry, Corinne just came back for a second to give me the tea that
yeah.
she thought she forgot. Okay, so
Yeah.
so you're excited about it being a 4-part miniseries. Do you have any concerns that it might be bloated, that it might have unnecessary content that just kind of feels like filler, or are you feeling like no, Snyder's going to be able to deliver something that feels like it should be 4 hours?
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't wondered a little bit about that. But I think long term, I trust Snyder enough that I think, he's going to make something interesting. He's gonna pull it off. I mean, you look at Batman vs Superman. Especially the extended cut. That was a long movie.
Yeah,
But
it was. Was it
but
3
it
hours?
never
More than
felt-
3 hours?
It never felt slow.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it had to have been at least 3 hours. But yeah, it kept a good pace.
Yeah.
So
Well, and what did you think? Did you watch Watchmen or the ultimate cut of that?
No, I have not seen Watchmen yet.
Okay.
But, I should probably watch it at some point.
I'd be curious what you think of kind of the pacing of that. And now it's based on very different material. And he was trying to strictly adapt a lot of that, and that's not known to be an action-y story.
Yeah.
But I feel like the pacing on that is pretty good too. It's hard to carve out time to watch the ultimate cut in one sitting. But I feel like that there's not. It's not bloated. It's not putting stuff in there that's not valuable. So I guess I'm feeling in many ways the same way, but I do have that question in my mind. Well, okay, originally this was intended to be maybe a 3-hour movie, maybe something longer. I don't know what he was thinking or hoping, but so I wonder, will this just be like this great thing that he's totally allowed to give us his vision? Or is any of this going to be like, well, HBO wants to stretch it out, and so I don't know. But I think that I will probably like more than I dislike about what comes as a result of the length.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I could sit down and watch a 4-hour movie, but having that same duration broken up, it gives you a chance. It gives you an excuse to stop and take a break and come back the next day, kind of thing.
That's true. I hadn't thought of that. I mean,
Please don't explode.
For me,
Explode.
I will want to, when it's done, after watching it episodically, sit down and watch the whole thing back to back. But I do think that's an advantage that I hadn't considered, that for future viewings, I might get around to it more often, because especially if it's designed in a way that it feels a little bit episodic. Like after an hour, it feels like a natural breaking point. That's another question I have, is this just going to be a 4-hour movie that's chopped into 4 sections, and each section doesn't necessarily feel like a chapter, as it were? Or is it going to feel like this is the intended way to pace out this story? And now that you mention that, I hope the latter is true, but without sacrificing the spectacle and quality we would want from a theatrical movie, a summer theatrical movie,
Yeah. I have to believe that, given his skill at filmmaking, that he'll edit it in a way that the breaks do feel kind of natural.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 episodes fits very well into the traditional story structure that, basically every story since
After many years of failure.
the Renaissance almost tends to naturally follow. We call it the 3-act structure, but really it's more of a 4-act structure, because Act 2 is twice as long as 1 and 3, and it has a natural breaking point into the middle. So there's actually 4 separate parts.
Interesting.
And I mean, books are expected to follow it generally, but movies, they really have to follow it much more strictly than you do in a book.
Interesting.
So
Friday, check
I
this
actually
out.
think that there'll be
We've got
some
a
very
ton of data
natural
here.
breaking points, because those are the
Nice work,
plot
Gremlin.
points. And you hear me talk
Agents,
about that
based on my
occasionally in B5
calculations, they must
Shawarma,
be
where
routing
we'll
the
hit an
power
episode,
to
and I say, this is the second plot
Planetarium.
point of
Hey,
the
they're
novel
putting
on
on a
TV,
light
that
show.
is Babylon
Can we
5.
check it
Yeah.
out?
So, I think 4 is
Let's get
probably
going.
perfect.
What
when I
could
really
Legion
think
be
about it.
doing in the
Okay, cool.
planetarium?
Yeah, you're kind of selling me on it. For those of you who don't know, Adam
I don't want to be rude, but
is
please,
responsible for
no
a
jokes
bonus
about
segment
Uranus.
at the end of every episode of the Christian
Besides,
Geek Central
the proper
podcast
pronunciation is
called
Uranus.
B5 Shawarma, where
It's adapted.
he's going
Sorry,
episode by
Friday.
episode. Each episode of the podcast, he goes chronologically to another episode in the viewing order of Babylon 5, and he's been taking us through the whole series, which has been really cool. And someone just said on the last stream that I did that it was their favorite part of the podcast. So thanks for doing that, man.
No, really enjoying it.
Yeah, probably as much as I enjoyed doing Farscape Shawarma when I started the whole shawarma shtick that has really
Yes.
kind of become a thing now. After me, we had Matt and Kim doing DS9 Shawarma, taking us through Deep Space Nine, and now you're taking us through Babylon 5, and yeah, it was a great excuse going through Farscape again that way to just kind of like to go through it and to talk about it. As a nerd, you really like talking about some of your favorite things, and making content about it could be a great excuse.
Definitely.
Shall we go for a drive?
Yeah, from my perspective, I've recorded the entire thing.
Oh, you're done? You've recorded the whole thing? Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I'm still editing the final season.
Okay.
So I should be done with that fairly soon. I kind of want to just get that off my plate so I can now focus on my own podcast, which I started doing because I was enjoying going through a favourite show and talking about it.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's cool. That's so cool.
What do you think?
Let's see. There's a comment here I don't want to miss.
Let's
see.
nip this in the bud,
Bomber Leader 6980 says, I remember in 3rd grade I was with my best friend. We wanted to explore the school, so we went to the back and we looked at a 3rd grade bathroom. We saw a teacher and we got yelled at. Anything to do with the bathroom in school, I can see getting you in trouble. We got yelled at by the 3rd grade teacher, and this is 1st grade, sorry, but we got yelled at, and our 1st grade teacher yelled at us. We should have not got in trouble. Yeah, I mean, well. That's anybody's on shaky ground when you're doing anything that has to do with bathrooms at school. That's I can see a teacher overreacting, but I imagine there's probably a lot of sensitivity with stuff like that. That they got to be careful of lawsuits and who knows what. Anything that has to do with the bathroom, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Especially today. I mean, it depends on how long ago 3rd grade was for you. Drew Grubb says not finding a way to connect to the server. Bugger. Huh.
The agents of Mayhem.
Well, let me see if I can at least tell you what you're looking for here. It should be, hopefully this won't cause me to leave the chat, but SBP Patreon is the server you're looking for. So if you're going to like Christian Geek Central or something, that's not going to be right. You're looking for SBP Patreon. And then in that, it's the Insider Voice Chat is the name of the channel that you should have access to if you're using the same email on Discord as you did when you signed up for as a patron at patreon.com/spiritbladeproductions. So I wish I knew more to help you out with that.
Smith, this is a secure channel.
You think too highly of your technological prowess.
Last Discord chat for Patreon that I joined, I actually joined on my phone, because I normally use computer. And from memory, I found the app and installed that on my phone. And then I logged in with my usual credentials, and then all the servers that I'm connected to were just there.
Yeah, I'm using a phone as well, and that's a similar story for me. So.
Yeah, I don't know, Drew, if maybe you're just trying to go to the website on the browser on your phone and rather than using the app, maybe that
Let's secure the
is
area.
a difference.
Oh boy.
Feel that sweet, sweet experience.
You're in the clear, Friday.
Excellent.
He just said, my guy just leveled up and he said, feel that sweet, sweet experience. Every once in a while there'll be a line that catches me off guard and makes me chuckle, but most of it it's just like hits me like someone reading the dictionary. I'm just not getting it.
I've heard that breaking the fourth wall is kind of a cheap joke in a sense.
Is that the Starman Comet?
I mean, it does make you chuckle when it in the right
Hammersmith,
circumstance.
what you
it'll
doing
make you
with
chuckle.
that comet?
Yeah.
But
I can't divulge my secret.
well, web
But
comic
let's
that
say
I
it's of relevance to my
listen to
current
on a
employer.
writing podcast sometimes,
Whatever's
and
in that comet,
he said that
don't
very
want
early
Legion to
on
have
he was relying on that way too often. I need a laugh.
And
I'll just have my character break
do
the
you
fourth
plan
wall
to
and talk to the
stop
reader,
me?
and that'll be funny.
Oh, yeah,
And he
uh-huh.
realised that I'm doing this too often, and it's a cheap joke. I need to do better than that.
Oh, let's see here. Some tutorial. Some enemies have an extra layer of regenerating shields. Agents with the Shield Buster specialization deal bonus damage to shielded targets. All right. Ray McCann III says, Peter, thank you for keeping my dog company as my wife and I went to see Annie the Musical. LOL, tuning in now. Well, I hope
Oh, that's cool.
I hope he enjoyed the show. Or she. Did you say it was a male or female? I don't think you did. Anyway.
It doesn't say. Well, there you go. You can now say you officially have a canine viewer.
That's right.
Routed the controls over to that field console. Shut
I think it's
down,
like
agent.
a TV exec in the movie Scrooged is telling him that, like, cats and dogs are watching TV now. We need to start programming for them.
Make short work of your...
I'm like, what the crap?
Besides, how will you get past
That's
my
one I'll probably
sheep?
get out again. That's slowly becoming a Christmas tradition. It wasn't for the longest time, but I think I was just looking for anything that felt a little geeky to watch as a Christmas movie, and I was like, oh, I haven't seen Scrooge in forever, and watched that again for the first time in a long time a couple years ago. And yeah,
I haven't seen that in many years.
yeah,
Decade.
yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, no, I don't even know if I've seen the whole thing, but I have this vague memory of catching at least bits of it on TV once. But back when I used to actually watch TV.
Yeah, live TV, what a thing.
Yeah. So have you ever actually fallen asleep on a stream and you're really tired?
No. Well, okay. I don't think so. But the first time I did Extra Life, I let my friend Dylan, at the very end of the stream, play a game for me because I got frustrated with it. And I have never made that mistake again because it took agency out of my hands. And once I didn't have agency, I was drifting even more. It was really hard. But at that point, I was like, I didn't want to take the controller away from him, you know, because I was giving him a turn to play, you know. So I just shouldn't have given him the controller to begin with. I was really struggling. And I think my eyes closed a little longer than they should have, a time or two. But I don't know that you could say I fell asleep.
Yeah, I had actually a situation last week where I kind of fell asleep on camera.
Oh, really?
It wasn't a live thing, but yeah, I was doing my weekly Star Trek Discovery review.
Okay.
I started doing it with a webcam just to make the YouTube version more interesting.
Oh, okay.
And engaging.
Yeah.
I think of it as primarily an audio content, and I'm reading the screen. My script on the screen, but yeah.
Wow, you got the shield down.
But I just
Quickly,
felt myself
hack the
taking these
console.
really long blinks because it was Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
You know, it's very easy to fall asleep at our age. Sunday afternoon. So,
Time for
yeah, I was noticing that it was happening. I kind of have to shake myself awake, and I didn't realize quite how bad it was until I came to edit, and I just had to cut out all these periods of me having these little naps in between paragraphs. So, unfortunately, it was just all offline. I could edit it, but
Oh, man.
it was
That's
very
funny.
amusing just to watch myself fall asleep and my head droop and then kind of shake and lift it up again.
And so did you just like open your eyes and then just continue right where you left off?
Yeah. No, as soon as I started talking again, I sounded fine. Although one of my eyes looked very droopy in the video.
Oh, man.
Because it wasn't full screen, full frame, hopefully it's not too bad.
That's funny.
Your meddling was amusing at first, but now you're becoming a nuisance.
Damn it! He rerouted the controls
So Ray
again.
said that it was a golden
running
doodle
out of
named
consoles.
after
Oh,
Ismail.
yes, thank you. I meant to read that in a second. Yeah.
Are there
So
any
Golden
others
Wood-
we
Warriors
learn about?
says
You
back
got a
in
problem
action.
with Uranus?
Oh, okay. Good to have you back, Wizards and Warriors. What did you miss? Hard to say. I'm trying to remember at what point you left. Were you here at all when my sister Karyne was here? She came from, on my clock, it's about 7:30 to 9. Oh, dang.
I don't know if you put two and two together earlier, Peter, but you had a visit from a user called Aussie Mate Harrison.
Oh, yes. I figured they were from Australia, but do you know them?
That's my son.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
Nice.
you got me. Actually, Harry, you had a question that you wanted to ask. Did you want to ask him?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
No, I'll have to unplug the headphones so you can hear his answer. So you might get a little bit of feedback. Hopefully not. you go.
Supposed to talk to him.
Just, oh, my phone's there, just talk.
Hey,
You know
Harry.
what you gonna ask?
How's your family?
That's not what you were gonna ask, but anyway.
That's fine with me. You know, doing good. My youngest son Titus is 10 years old, and he just turned 10. And he had a fever last night and a little bit this morning, but he's been doing better. My oldest son Asher is 13, and he's been having a good day today. I think just kind of hanging around, and Holly's doing well too. She really enjoyed being on the stream with me this morning, and had a great time playing Kaboom with me. So yeah, everybody seems to be doing good here. Thanks for asking.
I can take these.
Did you have something else that you wanted to ask?
Are you doing okay right now?
I'm doing good. I was feeling a little bit sluggish, a little bit tired, but I think having your dad on has helped wake up a little bit, just like having my sister Karyne here for a little while helped a bit. And then also I'm doing a game that's kind of jumpy and shooty and actiony, and that's helping some too. So I'm hanging in there. Thank you. Oh, good gravy.
Yes, the
You
shield
told
is
me
down.
earlier that he wanted
Go
to
for
ask
it.
if you had any
Now's your
pets.
chance.
Oh, yeah. Well, I like dogs, Holly likes cats, and so we had a kid at some point instead.
This is no
So we do not have any pets.
Is the Hammersmith graviton induction
We
resonator.
have cats.
We're almost
Oh, nice.
there.
How many cats do you have?
Keep the pressure on.
3.
Oh my gosh, that would be way more than I could handle. Way more. They're probably nicer to you than they would be to me. I don't think cats are just out to get me. I like dogs because they seem more grateful. But I'm sure your cats are wonderful.
Linda grew up with cats and I grew up with dogs.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I think she would have been, I would have been happy with one cat, but I think she would be quite happy to have 4 or 5. But yeah, we've kind of settled on 3 at the moment.
Oh, come on, reload. There we go.
How can you do these streams late at night?
Ugh, it's not easy the later it gets. I just gotta keep talking. And sometimes I'll play games that are intense or even a little bit scary to help me stay awake.
The gun will be much bigger.
Yeah, it's but I only do late streams like this once a year, and so I kind of get geared up for it, and that helps. I couldn't do this, very often, I don't think.
Someday when you remind me, I'll show you some footage of him being really kooky and weird late at night.
They turned out attractive. Brilliant work. Now to figure out why Legion wants that comet so badly.
Don't be so pleased with yourselves, Mayhem. You are not going to like Plan B.
Let's see here. Drew Rub says, using app keeps asking for an invite to join a server. Tried to verify that my login was same email address, but that hasn't helped. Okay, go to... Every month on Patreon, I post a link that says... I put a post up that says something like, get connected to our Discord server. And in that post every month, the last one I posted was maybe a week or less ago, something like that, 2 weeks at most. There is a link in that. It's an invite link. And so you should be able to follow that to get whatever it wants as an invite. That should totally get you that. Christian Geek or Drew Rub says, haven't seen Scrooged in decades, but Carol Kane was best part of the movie. Yeah, that's a performer, like a character actor that really is of that time period, isn't she? Yeah, Carol Kane. Okay, let's see here. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to focus on learning any of these new abilities. I just call them abilities. Abilities. That's the word, Pater. Little early to start slurring.
The ancient Greeks worshipped Uranus.
I heard it correctly anyway, so...
Oh, good. Let's see here.
The 7th planet from the sun and the 3rd largest in our solar system.
So this is looking like an open world type game?
It is. If you're familiar with the Saints Row games, this is made by the same people, and it's kind of an offshoot of that universe, actually. It's just leans into the silliness a whole lot more, and the Saints Row games themselves were kind of a lighter, sillier Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely open city action RPG type thing.
Looks like a shooter to me.
Yeah, it's heavily focused on shooting, for sure.
All content in the Soul Planetarium
I'm
is
still
provided by
playing
the
the Mass Effect series.
Oh, okay, so what have you to report on how you're feeling about it? Where are you at, and what are you thinking?
Yeah, I was experiencing some real frustrations in the first one in terms of some difficulty problems that I was having, but I managed to get past that. I don't know, one of the biggest problems was the quick time events and the unlocking, and I just had to just save before every attempt, and load and load and load, and eventually I did start to get a little better at it. But it's still, I would have to do like 5 attempts sometimes just to unlock a stupid locker. The other thing that was really hard was the ground combat in the little car, the Mako.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, I went off and did some other missions and then came back to that, and I managed to get through that as well. So I learned some tricks. I learned that if you drive away from the enemies and get outside the combat range, you can save and then reload, and your health goes back up to 100.
Oh, nice.
So if you don't have enough Omnigel to heal your car, repair, that's a way to get your health back.
Nice. I love finding stuff like that in games. Yeah.
Buddy, I haven't had any major problems in the second one in terms of gameplay or difficulty. So, yeah.
Nice.
I'm really still enjoying that.
Daddy, is the sequel better than the first in your opinion? I don't know much about it. I'm just saying, is the sequel better or is the first better?
Well, I haven't finished the second one, so I can't really give an answer to that yet. But so far, I kind of like the setting of the first a little better. But,
Watch your head.
Yeah, there are elements of gameplay
Hammersmith
that I
has
prefer in the
attached
second.
an
There's also
orbital
elements of
mining
gameplay I
satellite to
prefer
the
in the first.
Cernak comet.
Well, you said you were struggling in the
We
first.
believe he has
Because
an
I
uplink
heard
somewhere in the
because
city.
when I was doing my own thing, you were getting
If he's
really
out there, we'll
frustrated
find
or
him.
You were just getting angry at these unlocking puzzles.
I was, yes.
I don't think I want to play that game because that sounds really difficult.
Yeah, I think when I playing the first game,
Hammersmith activated
that
the
was
laser on his mining
really kind of
satellite.
intense for me at the time because it was
Debris from the comet is falling.
it was very much. I mean, yes, it was very much an RPG, but for a lot of people who like shooters, it was like, this is too much of an RPG. For me, who likes RPGs and wanted to play an RPG, it was like, oh my gosh, I think this is too much of a shooter, you know.
Yes.
All right.
And but I mean, that was one of the first games that was really straddling the line, you know, for me. I'd really been playing mostly turn-based RPGs before that, so that was a big shift for me. And once I adjusted to it, I, you know, really enjoyed it a lot, and wished that you know, that the games after it were even more like RPGs.
Yes.
But you know, I still found a lot to enjoy in those games. Oh, let's see.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that really helps me, even though I'm not a big shooter kind of person, is the ability wheel. When you bring that up, it pauses everything.
Yes.
So sometimes I'll just bring up the ability wheel just to give myself a moment to breathe and say, okay, what am I going to do next? Without having to be so flustered because everything's happening around me so quickly.
Yeah, I spammed the ability wheel to line up my shots and to help me aim.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's...
Very big change in the setting of the second game in terms of it's a lot more dystopian because you're not wanting to give too much spoilers to anyone who might listen who hasn't played. But the organization you're working with is very different to in the first game. And what I'm feeling is that the first game reminded me of Star Trek and Babylon 5. The second game feels more like Star Wars.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
Use your scanner
And I'm
to
finding
locate it.
myself really missing, like what you were saying with how you're missing the crew aspect.
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
I'm missing that feeling of I'm working for the Earth Alliance and I'm on the right side of the government and all of that. Whereas now I'm more of a rebel, and it just doesn't fit so much with the character as the way I saw it in my head. I don't think my character would want to work with these people at all, and actually actively would not. But you can only make decisions within the freedom that the game gives you.
Legion's dark matter resonance crystals. There's another.
Yeah, I think after Agents of Mayhem, maybe in a little bit here, I'll put in Mass Effect Andromeda. Actually, that I was originally planning on playing it before this, and for some reason I was on autopilot and put this game in instead. But yeah, I want to play that one before it gets too late, because it's not as intense as maybe some of the games I'll play after it, and so I'd like to get into it before I'm incapable of handling lulls in a game. Let's see here. Locator scan. I thought I did this already. Trust triangle. Why is... There we go. Okay, which way am I going here? This way.
Yep, it's a rock.
Oh, okay, it was right there. Nice.
What you got for me?
More signs of dark matter resonance. Better have Gremlin take a look. Wait a minute. I'm detecting a third fragment nearby.
Let's see, Bomb Leader. Look above Drew Rub. Comment to see mine. I'm having trouble following that. I feel like I missed part of this story, maybe. I'm having trouble following kind of the context of what it was you're talking about. Something with you and your dad. So that you got in trouble with your dad when you were younger for watching a movie you weren't supposed to watch or something? Agents earn upgrade points at each new level. Spend these upgrade points in the squad menu. Huh, okay. Okay, well, I just want to find the next rock. Come on, locator scan. There we go. That feels like that button's not responding when it should. Okay, so where am I supposed to go? This way? Locator scan. Am I going up there? What is that? You want me to go up there? I don't know what you want, game. Going this way now? Locator scan. Okay, this way. Oh, here we go.
Not a rock.
All right.
No more evil for you, mister.
Our analysis shows traces of dark matter residue. Hammersmith must want these fragments as well.
Do I remember to reset my timer? Okay, good, I
Vehicles
did.
are now
Oh, man.
moving away from other impact sites. I'll figure out where they're going. Meanwhile, let's see if we can intercept them. We need more fragments.
We need more fragments. I think I need a different game soon. I gotta finish up this quest and then ready to do something else. It's action-y, but I think I need something that is a little more intense or something? I don't know. Vehicle combat, okay. Maybe this will give me some intensity. Mayhem vehicles are equipped with an offensive shockwave attack. Fire it with circle. You can also ram Legion vehicles off the road. Boost with square for extra damage during ramming. Okay, so shockwave attack, fire with circle. Got it.
Gremlin, have you reviewed the data from those comet fragments?
Hey, Friday, you're totally right about that dark matter resonance stuff.
Alright.
It's mostly nothing but low-grade slag, but I'm seeing some crazy crystal formations right along
Oh,
the shear
it's
line.
a chase. I'm following another car here.
But dark matter crystals are made in Legion laboratories.
Yeah, but this one's from outer space.
Jeez
Weird,
Louise.
huh?
Ah, crap. Okay, I need to let go of the gas, I think, when I do that little drift thing. But crap. This thing does not make turns very well. I'm trying to do the attack, and it doesn't seem to be working very well. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, man, it makes these sharp turns. Destroy second. Okay, so I did get one of them. All right.
What have I done?
Didn't look like it was taking damage, so...
Gentle with my automobile.
Quarter mile, get off this channel. Agent, I'm tracking a second vehicle. We have another
Okay, I just gotta make
shuttle
those
base,
turns
but the
earlier, I
fragments
think.
are unstable.
Good gravy.
Yeah, it's the combat that I always struggle with whenever I have to drive a vehicle in the game. I don't mind getting in a car and just, driving and enjoying the scenery and not going to the area, but it's when I have to fight and drive at the same time.
Dude, have you ever played the Mad Max video game?
No, I watched you play it a little bit on a stream earlier this year, I think, but I haven't played it.
You might have to if you don't want to lose your Aussie card.
Yes.
But when it comes to the driving and the vehicle combat, it works so well in that game because there's a button you can hit that slows down time so you can line up all your shots and your aiming and stuff, and it makes it totally doable and fun to do combat in that game. So, because I'm with you, I'm not really thrilled with how this vehicle combat's working out. But it works really well in that game, and it's such a nice looking game too. Were you? I'm thinking that had you gotten a PS4 recently, or you were planning on getting one? Maybe I can't remember. I know you've had a PS3 for a while.
No, not at this stage.
Okay.
But I am wondering that once the PS5 comes out, I'm just curious to watch what happens with the price of PS4.
Oh yeah, sure.
Rush out and grab one the minute the PS5 is out, by any means. But
Sure.
there's a good chance that they might become a lot cheaper.
That's a great tactic. Yeah, that's a great tactic. And I mean, I was just telling this to Gabriel, who's, he was commenting about how he's waiting a year to get the PS5, and a wait like that alone has benefits, but, buying a PS4 when you are, that's like a freaking gold mine of inexpensive, great games.
Find Legion Lair?
That's such a great place to be. I mean, there's a real sense in which I envy you, because you've got now, because you've been willing to be patient, you have years and years of reviews to help you sift through what games are worth your time and what are not, what games have been patched, and so because people will update their reviews now, and then you can get them all for super cheap. I mean, that's that's super cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, given that there are a number of PS4 games that I do want to play, and
another day.
There's not going to be a whole lot out for the PS5 initially until developers start releasing stuff.
For sure, yeah.
It's the downside is that something new and exciting is going to come out, and I'm going to hear about it, and then I'm going to struggle with the jealousies a little bit of, I wish I could play that. But,
sure, yep.
But yeah, but I think you've done a great job in pointing out the benefits, and I think they outweigh any of those little jealousies that might come up.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. Oh, crap.
Yeah, I mean, it's just getting to a point now, like, we used to go to our local game shop, which is called EB Games, and last time we were in there, they said, about like another couple of weeks, and we will not be selling any PS3 games, not even used ones.
Oh, okay.
So we used to enjoy going into that shop every now and then, and I said, well, there's no point in going in there anymore because they don't actually sell anything that we can play.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So yeah, we are reached. I mean, in a sense, I can continue to play the PS3 for ages because we've got games that we own. There's plenty that I haven't finished.
Yeah.
But we are kind of at the end of that lifetime now, and I'm just waiting for the moment when Netflix is going to stop supporting it. And already there's a couple of streaming servers that I don't really care about that have withdrawn themselves from PlayStation 3. So yeah, there is limited life there, I think, at this point.
Do you guys also use it as like a primary entertainment center for like streaming?
Whenever we turn on our TV, it's connected to PlayStation. We use nothing else.
Okay.
So
nice.
yeah, all our streaming is done through there.
Nice. Okay.
The harder they are, the bigger they fall. Now, where's that secret lair?
I mean, I could buy like a Chromecast or something if I needed to.
Do I need a disguise? A fake accent?
I hacked their security database. They'll think you're Legion.
Okay, that works too.
Legion lairs are shielded, so we'll lose contact once you're in. Good luck.
Come on in.
Let's see. Drew says, I found the invite and I'm on the server, but the voice channel is locked to me. I'll just listen here. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. You're talking about the insider voice chat, right? Not the underground hangout, but the insider voice chat. I don't understand why that would be locked. I'm so sorry, man. Let's see here. Do I need to go down there to infiltrate? Oh, okay, yeah, here we go.
Point of no return, I guess.
All right. Here we go. What do we got? A boss fight coming up here?
Mayhem. Don't think for a moment I forgot.
That's one thing I always struggle with boss fights.
Yeah.
How cruel of you. How unkind.
Hand over those space rocks and I'll be on my way.
You'll find nothing here but table scraps. The feast is
He has
far
a
above your
PS4,
tiny little
an Xbox 360,
Will you please go?
a PS2, and some retro ones. Like he played an Atari game this morning.
I'll show you, delicate.
Stop that!
Okay, now you're being silly.
Oh boy.
I actually got a really useful tip from a workmate about boss fights once.
Oh, really?
He was talking about how they often follow a certain pattern, and you kind of have to learn the trick of what you need to do to get through each kind of segment of the battle.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, with the expectation, I'm not going to win this time, I'm just doing research.
Yes, yeah.
So you play it and you observe what the bad guy does and you learn kind of what his strategy is.
Yeah.
And then you'll die, and then you'll die, and then maybe you'll do another research one. So it just takes the pressure off.
Yes, yeah.
And I actually found that really effective.
Oh, that's cool. I think that thought has kind of crossed my mind before, and I think I still just get my hope up that, oh, maybe I can do it this time, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm not as, I guess, mentally disciplined as you are in those boss fights. But that is something definitely I could stand to develop and benefit from.
Yeah. I've gotten to the point where I know that
No idea what you're up
if I don't have
against.
super amounts of patience, I will never finish a game, so I just have to develop.
While we are devising a weapon of unimaginable power.
Harry and I were going through the Uncharted games together. A number of years after I'd played them by myself, and we got to the boss fight at the end of the second one, and I had eventually solved it the first time I played, but it still took us a good afternoon to get through that horrible fight.
These miscreants die here.
Oh boy, what the crap is that? Oh man, that guy looks nasty. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm gonna die.
Give me a shot at taking them down.
Okay. Oh wait, no, that's not
What are
the...
you waiting for?
Ugh. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I said no mercy.
Drew Rob said he's found the invite and he's on the server, but the voice channel is locked.
Yeah, that's really weird. I don't know why that would be. Oh, crap. Let me try your... Let's see. Oh, boy.
I told them you were my best. Do not embarrass me.
Well, if I die, I guess there's one more difficulty level below this one. Good gravy. Oh, I'm getting closer. I think I'm whittling him down. Oh, but he's whittling me down too. Jeez. Where did he go? Okay, I'm getting some of my shield back. That's helpful. Ah. Ah, man.
I'll handle them better, trust me.
You will, huh? You keep saying that, but... Move, girl! Almost got him, almost got him. There we go.
Shit!
So who's your second best?
Enter the next room. Come on. This fight's gotta be over. This whole mission's gotta be over. How do I get to the next room, dang it? Where is the door? In here? Here we go, okay.
Drew, I just saw your question asking me who my favourite B5 character is. That's a really interesting question. It's a toss-up between Londo and Jakar. And I think I would probably have to say Londo if I had to choose between them.
Space laser.
Space laser, huh? We sure could
Just because of the character arc of those characters, the transformation from episode 1 through to the end is just amazing thing. How those people change.
Daddy, does Peter have any
Oh, there we go. Let's see here. Oh, I can't hack this yet. Perfect hack. Nice. Okay.
Jetpack. Now, where are those space rats?
If that's what it takes to be rid of you, so be it.
Enter the next room. Go, go, go.
I'm not scared of you.
Recover comet oh, is that a comet fragment?
Sweet.
One. Come on, this feels like the mission that's never gonna end.
Yes, that's what you're looking for, isn't it? The fragments are yours.
Good grief. More waves of enemies. Alright, hang on a second.
Yeah, I think, Drew, that there's so many good characters that there's no wrong answer to that question because there's just so many cool characters. I definitely enjoyed Marcus when he was introduced in
If you survive
Season
my
3.
little game, the rules are simple. Don't die.
I think Ivonova, when she's used well... Oh, this is probably where we're not meant to talk, is it?
No, you can talk, you're fine. I just might not be able to process what you're saying.
Oh no, I just thought maybe you were switching the recordings when you file.
Oh, no, I finished that, thanks.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, but that's because I'm looking at the
delay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Yes. Yeah, I think Ivonova, when she was utilised well, was amazing. But she wasn't always as well as she could be.
Gosh. Alright.
I'm just going to be away from the microphone for a minute.
Oh, crap. Come on now. Come on now. There we go. One more. This is the last one. Oh, come on.
My preparations are now complete. You've won this game. Now, let's play another.
No.
Play the hard tack. You ain't gonna like that game.
Let me out of this mission, my gosh.
Containers are on a lift that elevates to street level. I am confident even you can master the controls.
I'll tell you what, just give me a definite checkpoint. Give me a definite checkpoint. This has got to be a checkpoint, right?
Oh yes, Crusade. Yeah, the network TNT did some crazy stuff to that show, which I'll be talking about in probably a couple of years when that comes out. But
stable transportation.
yeah, episodes were shown out of order.
Hey, nice truck. Let's haul some ass.
The JMS started writing the show, got to a certain point, and then they said, right, we're going to increase the budget, and we're going to change the uniform. We want you to write a new pilot because we don't really like the first pilot. And so he wrote this new pilot. They aired that, and then they started airing the new episodes after that, not airing the early ones. And then they aired the early episodes later, and things were being referred to that hadn't happened yet, and it was a big mess. Despite all of that network interference, there were still the seeds of an amazing show in that, I think. And I can only imagine how awesome it would have been if they just let him do his thing. But yeah, there's definitely stuff about Crusade that I like, and I think if it had lived on, it would have been at least as good as Babylon 5.
Did I do it? Is the mission over? Oh my gosh, it's saving. Whew. Mission complete, my gosh. Okay. Well, I'm having fun with this, but I think I'm remembering now one of the main reasons why I put it down for a while, and it wasn't because a mission got frustrating. I think that was like the straw that broke the camel's back, as it were. After a while, it was just a lot of jumping and shooting, and it was a little bit, it was very active, but not as engaging. And I think that probably has to do with the world, me not liking the world as much as some other games. So, anyway, alright, so I'm done with this game, probably for the night.
Why not? You did last year.
Got some nice cash. Oh, got a new car. Alright, nice.
That temple dates back to the 8th century. What a pity you chose it for your stupid rendezvous.
Okay, Joel. Joel says, I'm going out for a little bit. Be back as soon as I can.
Hammersmith, what the hell are you doing? Where is my crystal? All in good time, Dr. Babylon. All in good time.
So probably well timed that our hour is nearly up because my parents have turned up. They're going to extend the deck at the back of our house.
Oh.
As a Christmas gift for us.
Oh wow,
so
that's so cool.
We'll have room to have like a little table and chairs out there we can sit and eat meals summer, and
oh nice.
It should be really nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So
sweet.
So it looks like he's got lots of bits of wood in the back of the car. I am like the least handy person in the world.
Oh no, you can't be, because I am the least handy person in the world.
But when Dad says hold this, I can hold what he says to hold. when I kind of joke that, well, it's true, but when I first met my wife, she had more tools than I did because her dad bought her a hammer and I think a set of screwdrivers, and he said, it's useful to have a couple of things like this when you're living on your own. And so I did not own any tools. So we've got a couple of things now.
Yeah, I think our first set of tools was a wedding gift from a friend. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It was like, you know, I just kind of looked at them knowing that I was going to have to at some point use them. Let's see here. I'm going to see if my cord will go long enough. It might not go... Well, let's see. I could maybe pull this off. Let me take Mass Effect Andromeda with me. Oops. Okay, over here. And then we got to remove disk. All right. Okay. Now, Mass Effect Andromeda is just not the Mass Effect trilogy, you know, and I can understand why people were disappointed with it. But I think, you know, when I was getting into Star Trek Discovery for the first time, and really as a result of that, just kind of being in the mood for like a space exploration type of game, and this was $5 at GameStop and free with a monthly $5 coupon that I get for having a Game Informer subscription.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah, I brought it home and I was like, hey, this is good right now. This is a really good, this is scratching some itches right now. And a lot of that has to do with the world. I got to change the game title. But, you know, yeah, there's definitely things I could nitpick, and the story is not really pulling me in, at least not at this point. But the world, the aesthetic design, it's scratching those itches. I mean, I could almost believe in some way there's some aesthetic designs in common with Star Trek Discovery. I wonder if you feel the same way if you look at the way they design spacesuits. In Star Trek, they have a kind of an armor feel to them, but they're also relatively form-fitting and stuff, and that's similar to how they approach spacesuits in the Mass Effect series.
Yeah, I mean, they don't wear spacesuits very often in Star Trek.
Yeah.
But, I can see that. That's actually interesting to look at, because in Mass Effect, the armor makes it feel very, very militaristic, and, everyone's a soldier rather than an explorer or a scientist kind of thing. But if I view it in that way, that, you know, this is like a spacesuit you're wearing, that kind of reinterprets that aesthetic for me.
Yeah, I mean, I can totally see...
And a lot of times...
Go ahead.
Yeah, so a lot of times you're on these planets with these poisonous atmospheres, and you know, it literally is an EVA suit to protect you.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of how they've always read to me, I guess. But now that you mention the armor vibe, the militaristic vibe, now I see more of that. But I mean, like before, I was seeing it more as like, no, this is a suit to survive in a hazardous environment with who knows what kinds of debris, that's moving really fast through space, or what kind of hazardous planetary conditions or whatever. I mean, I don't think that like the spacesuits that we see and we've seen NASA using are up for what Star Trek does. You know, they're going to get ripped to shreds.
Yeah.
Well, it's 10 o'clock now, and so our hour's up, and my, as is always unfortunately the case, after a while, these earbuds, I think especially in Extra Life, I like... When I do this for the monthly Discord hangout, I don't notice it as much. I think it's when I do it in Extra Life, and I've already been wearing my headphones for as long as I have, then adding the earbuds as another layer. After a while, it's just like people are pressing pencils up against my ears, and it just gets sore after a while. So I'm gonna have to sign off. But it was really good hanging with you, Adam. Drew, so sorry that it didn't work out, and hopefully. There'll be another chance to do something like this before too long.
I'll try and pop back in the chat later on when you're probably starting to droop a bit.
Okay.
And feel sleepy.
Okay, great. That sounds great, Adam. Thank you so much.
Oh, I should go help my dad. So,
all right.
Yeah, always good talking to you.
Yeah, thanks. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
christiangeekcentral.com